The next one we got is do not get into long-term relationships with attention seeking women in your life. That's red flag number, let me see it on my list over here. I always have these things in front of me. Seeking validation, attention, number 13. Yeah, it's funny because when I did this presentation with a slideshow, this was a few years before I started writing the book, I think, and that definitely made it in there as a big one because in today's world, women, well, attention is the currency of the realm for women, right? It is the coin of the realm for them. You remove attention from them, you like anytime a guy's done a soft text, she misbehaves, you just go silent. You don't text her, you don't call her for a couple of days, let her mill on it. She calls you, you don't answer. She texts you don't answer. They often just will self-correct, or they'll come back in your frame and try to understand why, try to do some work, usually the good ones anyway. But when you deal with these women that are constantly seeking attention online from other sources, how do you compete with that, right? Like, how do you, as a guy that she might have even come to at some point and said, yo, I'm off, I dig your vibe, don't want to share with anybody, where do we stand, like the talk sort of thing, but she's still seeking attention online and validation from other guys. When things don't go her way, which they will invariably at some point, and she's not getting the attention from you and she's used to getting it elsewhere, like i.e. online, maybe with a big Instagram following or something like that, guess where she's going to go, right? Women will go immediately to get attention and validation elsewhere when you take it away from them. And I've seen women do some nefarious things where it's like, it's not going their way, but they're so used to getting loads of attention, they immediately, will go to their phone, their box of dicks, and then they'll start messaging. And in some cases, not one guy. I heard a recent story where it was like every dude that was in her, this chick's phone. And it's a shame, but it's a red flag. And I think if you vet for these before you invite a chick like this in your life on a long-term basis, the chances you having a good experience in an LTR go up dramatically. I tell guys all the time, look, you can invite crazy in your life. I see lots of guys do it, but don't expect a pleasant, peaceful, enjoyable life along the way. You're going to have drama. And when you invite a woman that seeks attention online, then that's part of the drama that's going to come with it. You're going to be called controlling. You're going to be called abusive. You're going to be called all kinds of names. Insecure, for maybe putting your foot down and saying something. But the time to do it, and again, I'll reiterate this, and there's really nothing more to expand on than just this. The time to do it is you're spinning plates, cream rises to the top. This gal knocks on you and she's like, yo, where do we stand? I don't want to share you. I like where this is going, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. And then that's when you kind of sit back and you go, oh, okay, well, that's interesting because I've been seeing you for a while too, and I like this and where it's going. But I noticed on your social media, you use it to seek a lot of validation, attention online. And I just can't take a girl like that seriously, especially on an exclusive basis. Right. And then you can leave the ball in their court. It's like, well, like, what do you want me to do? Well, what do you need Instagram for? You selling anything on it? No. So make it private or shut it down. Right. It's as simple as that. You got anything to add on that one?
No, it's great. I think the only thing that I would add is that, a lot of guys love this meme of holding women accountable.
Yeah.
And this doesn't really work. You stated it perfectly. It only really works to a certain point. She has to be invested in you. You guys have had to have been together. You had to have slept together. You've had to spend good time together. And she has to be into you and she wants to move things to the next level. But so many guys that meet a girl like on the first date, they're like, oh yeah, like, how am I going to take you seriously if your Instagram's not on private? It's like, well, she goes, I don't give a shit, dude. Like, okay, bye. Like, so,
Yeah.
Too many guys are right. She has other options and she's not invested in you. So that's a key step that a lot of guys miss, is that a lot of these women are not going to be invested in you. And so this whole compliant goodbye thing is not going to work. But if you get to a point where now she's saying, yeah, like let's take the next step. And as long as it's with a chick you think, let's say this too, as long as you think it's with a chick that you want to take the next step with. If you're just enjoying spinning her as a plate and you don't see that there's ever a world that you're going to elevate her to that next level, then at that point you kind of got a decision to make. Some guys are of the school where they say, whatever, like she can leave anytime, it's never going to change. Or some guys say, well, maybe she sees me as our hypergamous best, so she's never going to leave unless I make her. So, but as long as it's a girl that you're cool with and you think an LTR is in the cards, then yeah, have that conversation by all means.
Absolutely. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.